Hey, do you wish you had a group of people you could discuss and learn about movies with? Welcome to Kaden's Movie Club, which is kind of like a book club, but for movies. And today we're announcing our theme and movie lineup for February. Now the first thing I want to acknowledge is that on some level, it does feel weird to keep talking about movies with everything going on right now. We're seeing really terrible things happen, and I'm sure like many of you, I often feel heartache, anxiety, and rage. So it can feel odd to suddenly switch gears and talk about movies, but on another level, I do genuinely believe that movies and all art remain important during times like these. For all kinds of reasons, I think it's important to continue the practice of being media literate, of using stories to build empathy and connect with each other. And in thinking of a theme for February, it's traditionally a month associated with love. So we could have had a month of romance and rom-coms, and maybe we'll do that in the future because it sounds fun, but it didn't feel right for this moment. That said, I do think love might actually be one of the most important topics to discuss right now. Just maybe not the kind of love that first comes to mind.
The monster's gone, he's on the run, and your daddy's here.
It's not your fault. Excuse me. Pardon me. Old man coming through.
So our theme will be kinds of love. With the 4 movies we'll be looking at this month, I want to focus on some questions while we watch. What does it truly mean to love another person? Whether it's our partner, our friend, our family member, or a complete stranger. So our lineup will be Paddington, Little Women, Together Together, and Beautiful Boy. Now, if these movies don't feel as relevant as you might initially think, I'd recommend that we approach them with a specific perspective. What can I learn from these stories and these characters about being a compassionate person? And to kick things off, we'll start with a movie that is about loving people who come from other places.
You must find a new home in London.
But I don't know anyone there. What if they don't even like bears?
It's about conquering the inclination to fear or resent people just because they're different from us.
What's your name? Do bears even have names?
Of course we do. My name is...
Beg your pardon?
It's about learning to be patient and compassionate with people who have uprooted their entire lives and are adapting to a new culture. We're starting with a movie that is unequivocally an immigrant story, Paddington. This version of Paddington was released in 2014, but the character has existed since 1958, when author Michael Bond wrote the children's book, A Bear Called Paddington. Both the book and the movie tell the story of a young bear that leaves his home in darkest Peru to go and live in London. He arrives in a city with no family, no friends, and nobody to look after him.
How do you do? I'm just looking for a home, and I... Oh... hello? Excuse me? Does anyone know where I can find a home?
That's when the Brown family takes him in, some more reluctantly than others.
Good evening.
No, thank you.
Oh dear. Must be doing something wrong.
Hello there.
Mary.
So here's some questions to keep in mind while you watch. What aspects of Paddington's story do you see mirrored in real life? Out of all the characters in the story, which of them do you honestly identify with? What do you think about the idea that Paddington is traditionally a children's story? How can it still be relevant to adults? I hope you're excited about the movie lineup this month. I'd love to hear which of these movies you've seen and which you'll be watching for the first time, and if you're excited for any of them in particular. And I'll see you back here on Sunday to talk about Paddington, and you better watch it this week because it's one of my favorite movies. And if you want to stay in the know about Movie Club, you know where to go.